track.
Temper, the Mickey Finn sound. Fever. Temper, the Mickey Finn sound. Fever, some other sound. The Mickey Finn sound. Finn sound.
So let's go back and we'll talk about some justice and rough justice.
Okay.
When you brought that vinyl out, or when you was writing that tune, did you realise that you were going to bring out something that was so unique?
No, is the honest answer. I mean, the track Urban Shakedown was kind of Aphrodite and his partner called Claudio. I met Gavin in a record shop. Cut a long story short, he was playing the tune to Ray Keith, and Ray, I've said it a million times, Ray didn't show no interest in the tune. When I heard the bass line, that pitched kind of
right down,
I kind of made my way over to Gavin, introduced myself, and you know, we end up exchanging phone numbers, and they end up going in the studio and putting the CC Rogers vocal over it, bringing in the Run DMC loop and changing the bass line, and we've done all the cutting up the breaks, which we just thought that no one was using breakbeats around kind of that time, or if they were, they weren't stuttered and cut up, and we kind of, you know, cut up the breaks, and yeah, we didn't know at all.
So you must have had like some sort of feeling that it was very unique, because like you just said yourself, it wasn't a sound that you heard before. You know, that bass line, the bass lines at them time weren't really dropping the way that they were.
Yeah,
the beats
I'd
were.
say we maybe had a unique tune, but always when you've got something that's kind of new, it can really flop, or it can really hit. And we actually hit with it. So I don't know, it went crazy. The record went crazy.
Oh, it was,
you know,
such a big tune. It was unreal.
It went crazy, and I think it weren't until Groove said to me, you know, you'll do 20,000 of that, you know. And I was like, well, yeah, what, you know, won't do 20. We end up doing 100.
Wow.
98,000 we did, so we just missed the gold disc.
It's such an early era for that sort of genre of music as well, because like breakbeat hardcore at that time was very much a new thing. You know, Charlie was like, you know, very much in the top 10, and like tunes like Some Kind of Plastic Jam that made it 2 minutes, tunes like that, which were very big tunes. But when yours came out, it just like
it had a lot of energy. I think the cutting up of the breaks, you know, the keep hitting on the kick drum all the time, and the boom boom, you know, I think it had a really lot of energy, and maybe that's what created it to be such a big tune.
What influenced you to make what I call DJ friendly sort of tunes?
I don't know, I come from kind of hip hop and jazz funk and blues, kind of reggae, and I like break. I love the break beat side of things, and I love when it just flows, you know. So we were trying to make music that kind of worked on the dance floor, got people dancing, and it was, like you said, that friendly to the DJs, as they like didn't feel that some records are off bar and stuff. So we just tried to make it as friendly for DJs as possible, and you know, it just really worked.
Well, what I really loved about, especially like doing now, is like the tune I'm really talking about, pinpointing, is like the way that you could cross over, so you could have one tune playing there, and all of a sudden you hear, do it now. Yeah, do it, and then you hear that sort of thing, and you know, it gets the audience like really hyped.
Yeah, and I think we were around times when, I don't know, that was kind of happening, but we just wanted to take it a bit further. Maybe with the vocals there, we just dropped the beats out, so just the vocal was on its own. And
with the actual break itself?
Yeah. So we were just, you know, trying to make things a lot, not for the purpose of making them friendly for DJs. That was just a bonus that everyone just ain't afraid to get caught out by the mix, or like some labels were back in the day where they were off bar and not 4/4
pandemonium for one.
Yeah, you know, and I don't know if people did it on purpose or it was a mistake, but sometimes it just run the mix out. So we just try to, you know, just I mean, the really main thing for us to make it work on the dance floor.
Of course, yeah.
You know, we were just trying to make good party tunes that people had a good time to. There really weren't a lot of science behind the way that me and Aphrodite worked, or if it was me and Urban Shakedown. There really weren't a lot of science in the way that we worked. It was very kind of basic and simple, if you want to, not in a way, not, you know, the elements of the track were really, you know, Some Justice had 11 elements in it, maybe. I might be lying, it might have been less. So I think for us it was more what you did with your elements, not just being blinded by loads and loads of studio kit. Yeah. 2
Amigas as well. So
yeah, you know, Some Justice and all the early Urban Shakedown stuff was made on 2 Amigas. So they were synced up by humans. So literally one used to play, and then the other one got tapped in, and they got it in time before. Amazing. You know, Some Justice. So one Amiga would play 4 sounds at any one time, and the other Amiga would play 4 sounds at any one time, be it the car horn or the bass line, or one of them playing the kicks, and we got by like that. And Aphrodite kind of knew them Amigas inside out, upside down, and so much so that he actually ended up helping them write the programme further down the line. Once they knew that he was back in the Commodore, he was helping them.
So you was using Cubase on the Atari back then?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
How would you write it?
It's all sequenced in. There's a little sampler thing. That's why you had that. If you listen to some old Urban Shakedown stuff, some of the bass lines had a whistle on them. That weren't through choice.
Yeah.
That was through 8-bit, or you know, that weren't.
But that gives it added character.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah,
but there were kind of things that we weren't adding to it. It was just the quality of the computers that we had.
At the time.
But he just, you know, Aphrodite could really get by on them, and we obviously.
Absolutely amazing tunes.
We obviously, and I think, if anything, when we try to go into what you would call the more your S5000s and S6000s, I thought our sound kind of suffered a little bit. I've said to Gavin Aphrodite many a time that I still don't think that some of the bass lines we made afterwards, I don't know, Fire, Arsonist, and some of the big tunes like that, I still don't think some of the bass lines at the bottom, like what we used to get out of the Amigas.
Why do you think it was?
As strange though as it sounds, I don't know if it's that.
Was it more the Christmas that was coming out at that time, more digitised?
I don't know if it's the analog and the digital thing, and I mean, I think that some of the hardware really changed later on up the road anyway. You know, I
think that was the most amazing thing, especially through 91 to probably 95, because you had the Akai 900, the S900 that was coming out there.
I know this is tech talk, and you know, we're talking Russian to some people, but these are pieces of kit like an S900 and S950 that personally I don't think they've ever been able to recreate the sound that come out of them 2 machines. Even the 1000, you know, when they got to the 3000 and the 5 and the 6, and I just think everything started. Yeah, and I do still think that now about computer software. You know, I know it's convenient and it's really cool, and it makes a whole new avenue for people but I still think of, you know, I wired up the 5000 the other day and just played the same beat out of the 5000 as out of the computer, and it's like, oh God, keep the 5000 wired up. You know, complete difference. You know, you've got people like Pendulum that know how to really work software, and you know, there is a few individuals that have really nailed it, but on a whole, I don't think the production sounds as what it could say in the 90s. So you're thinking that,
you know, from like the 90s, especially like 91 to 95, you had people like Remark at the back end of 95 that were just absolutely killing it, Cool and Flex and people like that, were making really good solid beats. Do you think after that 95 it started going more?
Personally, I mean, I think the whole scene kind of suffered for me. I don't think it was just about a production. I think it was about an arrangement. I feel the whole thing was better in the 90s, and I'm not being an old stick in the mud, but I still think in today's, say, drum and bass, there's something missing now that was there in 95, 96, 97. If it's the hooks or there's something missing for me. You know, I just think that the scene still doesn't seem whole, like as in the music. Again, you've got certain people like Pendulum, Chasing Status that have broke through, but if we kind of think of how many people or how many producers are in the drum and bass scene, that's nothing that Pendulum and Chasing Status have broke through. And I'll take my hats off to them and I wish them all the luck, but I still, they're just too few and far in between, you know? That's two of the people. It's like when Ronnie won the Mercury Prize, I think it needs more than that. And I'm not saying that drum and bass should cheese itself off or sell itself out, but I'm not saying that in the slightest. I still think there's really good producers that could be where Pendulum and Chasing Status are right now. I just think there's still, they've obviously nailed it. I think that as the average drum and bass tune, there's still something missing for me.
So let's move on a few years and go to Badass.
Okay.
So tell us a bit about Badass, where it all came from, and Drop Top Cadding. What was the...
Badass was, I'd say, mostly a bit of a similar situation to
Some Justice.
Some Justice. Gavin had kind of made the beat. He played me this tune. It was kind of there, but not there. I brought in all the samples from South Central LA, changed the bass lines slightly, but you know, I think we done Badass in 4 hours, 5 hours.
It's the same sort of thing that Ray Keith said. Was that with Yes Yes? I think
sometimes it happens like that.
In fact, it was Terrorist. He was saying the same thing. He'd done that in like 4 hours time.
Sometimes it can happen like that, you know. It just comes into place really, really quickly, and it's like, you know, I suppose it's a bit like an artist. It's like, right, don't touch it, I'm going to destroy it even more, you know. And true. Badass just come together really, really quickly, and it was like, I think that's done. You know, I think the samples that we took out of a film really, really enhanced. You know, we're actually just about to get some. I know it's going forward to 2010, but we're actually just about to. Got approached by Dr. P that done Sweet Shop, the dubstep tune. So he's actually approached us to do a remix of Badass.
Right. So
we're gonna kind of do a dubstep remix of it.
Are you feeling the dubstep? You liking the dubstep? How do you... kind of reaction says it all.
Nah, I like some of it.
Okay.
Like a lot of music, but I just, maybe it's just me and the speed of music of where I come from that I can't try and picture people having it. I've got to be wrong, because obviously the music's blown up. You know, we've got an office in the States, and it is the States has gone dubstep mad. You know, so I like some of it. I've played 1 or 2 tunes of it, but for me as a drum and bass DJ, I don't get the drum and bass DJs start going into 4 or 5 dubstep tunes in their set. I don't really understand that, and I think, one, as a drum and bass DJ, you're kind of driving people to a different genre of music, and 2, I kind of like it as a couple of switch tunes and breather for the crowd, but I usually see when DJs go into the 3rd or the 4th one, it starts to scatter the dance floor, if it's a drum and bass gig. But yeah, I do like some of it. I mean, I love the Where's Your Money thing. I smashed the granny out of Where's Your Money, you know. But I like some of it, but sometimes to me it sounds like Jungle on Valium. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But so, I don't know, and I'm obviously wrong. I mean, you know, maybe I'm just a 43-year-old person that don't know what's going on no more.
On dubstep at the end.
Yeah, you know, I do like some of it, and I appreciate what they do, but it's very, I know it's got something about jungle for me, but almost not.
Yeah.
See, I'm almost doing the step here as we're.
It's more half-tempo beats that just drag it right out. Power to the present day. So, what can we look forward from you from 2010?
I mean, if you go back to that kind of jungle feel that's kind of going back on, I'm liking that serum stuff, and you know, there's a couple of J-Dam things, and it's kind of getting a bit 2010 with a 95
feel.
Yeah, you know, chaser.
And
I kind of I'm liking it, so I think I'm going to get back in the studio and.
That's good to hear.
I'm kind of feeling the vibe right now, and I was really trying to get in and to be a part, you know, and just try and make tunes, but I just, you know,
to be inspired, I suppose.
They take me out of the pendulum, you know, they're brilliant at what they do, chasing status, they're all brilliant at what they do, but that kind of hard thing, I just couldn't get myself there, you know. I end up keep going to sub-bass lines again, and, you know, hip-hop samples, and but
what are you good at?
Yeah, but you know, I'm going to get back in the studio. I'm liking the two of them fused together, and we've been doing a lot of promoting. So,
definitely, I can't wait to hear what you've got cooked up for us, because you know we need something from Micky Finn.
Well, plus me and Gavin, Aphrodite, me and Aphrodite haven't been in for. Obviously, Aphrodite started a family, he's got a couple of kids, we kind of moved a bit away from each other, so I actually said to Gavin, we ain't been in for quite a few years, so let's get in and do something fresh, or, you know, I want to do something fresh. I don't want to go back into saying that. I don't mind letting other people have a go at remixing our stuff, but I just want to do something a bit fresher with him, you know, don't want to go back into anything.
It's been there and done, mate. Need to move on now.
Yeah. Especially we ain't worked for so long, so I just want to do something fresh with him, really.
Well, I've absolutely loved speaking to you.
You're welcome.
Absolute legend.
You're
My
welcome.
man, Micky Finn.